feeling very tired today because yesterday we went to a celebration of Kapak Raymi, the summer solstice, and we left at 3:20 and got back, I don't know, not long before midnight, I guess, but 3:20 in the morning. If you're not interested in my pre-waffle, then I'll put a timestamp below for the start of the day. Yeah, and I'm just going to share some bits about what I understand about the celebration and about Huachuma and other things in amongst it. I tried to record bits and bobs yesterday, and I did, but I was also very keen to kind of be in the moment and not reach for my phone too much. So I recorded some stuff, and some people shared things with me that they recorded, and it was an incredible day. But yeah. Good morning, good morning. Just had breakfast. I'm going to feed the animals in a moment, but I'm very excited. This weekend we are going to Kapak Raymi, a celebration of the solstice, the summer solstice here, because it is summer. I'm less excited about the fact we have to leave at 3 a.m. because there's a Temazcal at 5:30 in the morning, and it's on until 7 p.m. But originally we thought it was going to be an all-night thing, so I'm much happier it's in the day because it's freezing at night. And I've had to prepare 52 prayers. I haven't finished them yet. You cut little bits of fabric and you put tobacco inside them and you tie them on a piece of string. 52 squares. And yeah, there's temazcals and Huachuma, which I'm really looking forward to trying. Huachuma, or San Pedro, is a cactus and it's a master plant used in ceremony. And I'm interested to see what I'm taught by my interaction with Huachuma. And I feel like my energy's changed a lot since I've been here, and I've learned a lot and I've grown a lot. And yeah, the start of it feels very much like the start of another chapter. Here's some I've already done. You take your square, you put some tobacco in the center, close it up, and then you think of a prayer. 2 rounds around the bottom, and 2 more rounds, and this time over the top. Super, super tight. It's one of my prayers. And you do this 52 times. So it's a bit overcast outside, so I'm just in here making my prayers. This is what the prayers look like. So I've already made a few on my card, which is to stop them getting too confused. And I'm just adding. And apparently the colour is red because it's my first one, my first time at the dancer. Tomorrow we're leaving at 3 a.m. to get to Kenya for the Temazcal, which is at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. And it finishes at 7, so it's a long day. But I'm really excited. I feel beyond grateful to be here at a time and be able to experience this and to go with people who know what it's all about, so that I'm prepared. And I'll be dancing, so that's why I have to make my prayers, my 52 prayers. And there are 2 temazcals, one at the start and one at the end. I understand that they'll be serving rapé and Huachuma and also alcohol, like pure alcohol. And I haven't drunk for years, and I'm not sure how I feel about it, if I'm honest. I don't know if I'm going to have any. It feels a bit strange because it's part of the ceremony, but I don't know if I want to. So I'll see how I feel on the day. Although I haven't drunk for years, I don't put myself in boxes. So if I feel like it's the right thing to do tomorrow, then I will. And I don't really like planning. So I just sort of thought, and I think this a lot, if it's meant to be, then it will happen. And the first temazcal that I went to, Huachuma was served, but it was a really small amount. And I don't think I just felt really happy. I don't think I felt the power of the lessons that the master plant has to give. So I'm really excited to see where it goes tomorrow and what I learn. I feel like my energy has shifted so much since I've been here. I feel like I'm way more open energetically. And that's one of the reasons I've come here, is to get more experience and to understand more about the whole process of ceremony and holding space. And and doing things with respect and with mindfulness and with presence. I was waiting for San Pedro Huachuma to come to me. Ayahuasca did. She found me in the jungle, and now, I mean, it's not that shocking because it's an ancestral medicine place here. Yeah, I'm really excited to see how tomorrow goes. Like, really excited. It's 3:20. It's quite dark. Just setting off to the bus station. Yay! 5:30, the fire was started for the Temazcal. Everything was being prepared, so the people who had the prayers, the Rezos, went and tied them around the dance area. And you had to leave by another exit. So there were 4 doors or 4 entrances or exits to the dance area, representing the different directions. And you entered through one and you had to leave through the same one, so you had to go all the way around. So we've just done the first Temazcal. It was just 2 sittings, and just getting changed now for the dancer. And I forgot my contact lenses because you can't wear them in a Temazcal, I think. There is smoke cleansing, offerings to Pachamama, so to Mother Earth, like seeds and corn and maize and things, and invocations to the sun and the 4 directions. And for this celebration, the cat again. For this particular celebration, there's a dancer or a dance, and the people that were doing the dancer had to do these rezos, which I've shown, the prayers, 52 prayers. And there is music with drumming and flutes and circular dancing. And the circular dancing represents unity and cycles of time. And the clothing that people wear normally is traditional clothing, which is often white, representing purity, or red, representing life force or earth tones. Today we didn't eat until after everything had finished, so there was no food for the whole. Oh no, actually that's a lie. We had fruit at about 3 p.m. But other than that, there was no food for the whole day. And the feast is after the ceremony. We were served chicha, which is a fermented corn drink, which was amazing. When you're thirsty and hungry, it was amazing. And there was also teaching from the elders, and the elders are extremely respected in these communities. So the themes: renewal, discipline and clarity, commitment to community, and rebirth of light.
Pero pise.
I think the dancer is done, and look at my teeth. Corn. So we did the Temazcal. then Rape and Huachuma, and then the dance, and then a bit war, Huachuma, and I'm not sure what's happening now. It's very hot.
Depende.
O sea, para nosotros, para los igual, de playa. Aquí hay playas increíbles. Esta es.
Sí, igual.
Villa es como que es algo.
We've had 3 rounds of the dancing. 3 rounds of dancing, 1 to go. And 2 rounds of the temazcal in the morning. And lots of different things.
Instagram tú. Estrago.
So we arrived a little bit late because we had to get a bus, and the bus dropped us too far away, and then we had to walk. So we were a tiny bit after the lighting of the fire, the first fire, and then basically you wait, and everything's being prepared at that time. I think around 7 a.m. there was the first temazcal, and I was told that you can't eat or drink anything other than what you're given from that point on. So I hardly had any water. So we had 2 doors of the temazcal. So the temazcal normally has 4 doors, and a door is a period of time where the door is closed. And you crawl in, because at the end of it, when you leave, it represents a womb, and when you leave, you walk. So it's a representation of rebirth and renewal. The dancer is in 4 parts, which I didn't realise. And I don't know how long each one was. An hour and a half or something maybe for each part. And we were put in 2 lines that were men and women, but there were more men, so the end of the women's row was men as well. And then we all danced following 2 people at the front in a circular motion around the centre altar. At a certain point in time, the music stopped, and we were allowed to go to the bathroom, and drinks were served, sometimes water, sometimes chicha. So after 3 rounds of the dancer, we all went back into the main space where the fire was, and the fire was relit again. This was at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The dog's here now. The fire was relit, and to start to prepare for the second temazcal at the end of the day. And at that point we were served fruit. And then the elders spoke. Well, a lot of people spoke actually. There was a lot of talking, sort of sharing wisdom. And then when the fire was ready, the stones were put on, and then we did the last dance. And at that point actually it was already starting to get really cold, so I was a bit worried about going in the temazcal to come out into the freezing cold. But we went in and we did the last two sittings of the temazcal, and then at the end food was served, but weirdly I wasn't actually hungry even though I hadn't eaten all day. And in amongst it all, before the first dancer, we were served rape, which is powdered tobacco, which is served to you by somebody who also cleanses your energy when they do it. It helps to connect you to higher energies, to higher wisdom. And then after the rape, we were all served huachuma, and there were lots of people. I think in the first temazcal, maybe 40 people, and then more people arrived after that for this part, so maybe like 50 people or something. And then we went to do the dance, and during the dance they came around and served us more huachuma. And then later on in the day we were served, I believe, alcohol, and I was uncertain as to whether or not I was going to take part in the alcohol, but I had a very small amount. And a lady in front of me, when she was given hers, saluted like the sky, and then also poured a little bit for Madre Tierra, Mother Earth. So I took that as a sign that that was an acceptable thing to do. So when I asked for a really tiny amount, but they gave me more than I wanted, so I poured a little bit for Mother Earth. So I only had a tiny bit. Yeah, and then we just danced and danced and danced, and it was incredible. So Huachuma, San Pedro, is a cactus. Which you can see behind me. So I believe that the skin is cooked just in water, and the active, only certain parts of the skin, and the active component is mescaline. But it's very different to ayahuasca. It's a very different energy. Ayahuasca encourages you to kind of have an out-of-body experience, whereas Huachuma, otherwise known as San Pedro, encourages you to be in the present moment and in a feeling of gratitude and love, because love and gratitude are essentially the same thing. I understand with Huachuma, it's more about going inward and inner reflection and inner healing. And I'm aware I look really tired today because I am. Hardly had any sleep. It's a master plant, which is used for teaching and believed to be helpful for anxiety and depression. Normally consumed in the daytime and can last anywhere between 10 to 14 hours. And I read somewhere that if you have a job where you have to use your mind a lot and you're always wanting to be in control of everything, then it can take a really long time for it to start to have effect. So maybe 2 to 3 hours before you actually sort of surrender to the medicine. And so today, after I did a really heart-opening yoga practice, like a lot of back bends, and I've been really resisting back bends recently, and I feel very much like my heart is more open. And then I did a meditation after my yoga practice, and I just burst into tears, and I just lay there crying. And I read a bit about Huachuma and kind of how it works, particularly for women. It's believed to heal grief, abandonment and heartbreak, and also energetically heal the womb space and end cycles of giving too much. So it's about reclaiming softness and strength, boundaries without hardness, and power without domination, and overcoming fear of visibility, shame around desire, anger, or your voice. So I basically feel like it's what I've been looking for my whole life. It's a list of everything that I'm trying to overcome, and this is what Huachuma works with. So, but everything has to happen in a certain order, I think. And so for me, ayahuasca came first, I think, to give me the courage to do these other things, and now I'm here. And Huachuma has come into my life and to help me heal the feminine, I feel. Reclaiming my sacred feminine. Very much in a place of contemplation and reflection today. If you watched all of this, then thank you. It was an incredible day. I feel extremely blessed. I just kept thinking like, how many people from my country have been there in that place that I was at, and I don't imagine very many. I was the only foreigner there yesterday, and I felt so welcome, and everyone was inviting me to their houses to stay with them, and and then to their villages to show me someone wanted to show me a lion in the mountains, which I'm not sure I'm going to have time with, unfortunately, but a lion in the rocks. I mean, not an actual lion. And yeah, I just felt so welcomed. And it was all in Spanish, and everyone was very patient with me with my Spanish. But it just felt such a special thing to do, and I just feel so incredibly grateful to have been able to experience that. It's interesting where life takes you. So today, I'm just taking a moment to integrate, I guess, everything that happened yesterday. It was a lot. And the last thing that I wrote about Huachuma, it teaches relationship with masculine energy rooted in love. Leadership without abandoning softness. Union of Inti, the sun, and Pachamama, earth, with the body. And it asks you to come home to your body. Yeah, I'm going to go and do some more reflection. If anyone has any questions, then please ask. I'm just deeply in gratitude at the moment, despite the state of my face. I feel deep gratitude and very emotional. So sending love to everybody, and yeah.